It's the show I built.
This is the show you built.
Yeah, it's the show I built.
Who built you though?
I was built by God. What do you mean?
Yeah,
by God.
By God.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, what's up, people? I'm sorry. This fool here. We back. He tried to keep us away. It was Nathan. I just want it on record. Nathan was responsible for last week. Okay? Don't understand that. I can't even introduce the show. I'm so ticked off at you. Man, what was going on last week?
Well,
it was you.
When you build a show, you can cancel it whenever you want.
When did you build anything?
Since
you
it's the
can't
show
even build self-esteem.
See, like you got everybody
over there in the clothes I put on your back.
Right. Listen,
son, if it wasn't for me, you know what?
Go ahead.
I'm going to get with you when we ain't even started yet.
Pre-show or post-show meeting?
What's going on, people? This is, the home of the organically fabricated, culturally uncultured, specific. I'm so mad this week. I can't even do an intro like normal, Nathan, because of you. Take two. This is home of the organically fabricated, culturally uncultured, specifically unspecified, unradio podcast of No, I'm Right. With, unfortunately, two of your intellectually uneducated, entertainingly unentertained hosts, Mr. L.A. Runs Dallas, yourself, truly, Mr. A.K.A. Main Attraction, that's me. And I'm joined, like always,
Hello, Mr. Price,
Nathan,
A.K.A.
What is it again? What
the Impossible Kid.
The Impossible Kid.
The Impossible Kid. Absolutely.
Uncle Nate.
Yeah. LA's father. Right. Yeah. Right.
And here we are again back, 8 p.m. Central, at the best use of wasting your time every single week. Here we are.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, it's been 2 weeks.
It has been 2 weeks. How'd you feel your time?
Dude, I have been consoling fans for 2 weeks.
Right.
Do you know how much hate mail can go out within a week? And it's hate, normally people get hate mail because they actually don't like you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Mr. 4 or 5 would understand all about that.
Right.
But I don't know anything about it.
About hate mail?
No. Not about hate mail.
I've sent you a couple letters before.
I mean, sir, but they are redirected. Security is tight.
Right, security is tight. Right.
Shout out to Main Attraction Security. You guys are the best.
Can't touch the king.
Can't touch the king, baby.
Right.
But I gotten hate mail because I was not available for my fans. Man, it's hard being me.
Just you?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay.
You know what?
So they weren't available. They couldn't see
you remember the one fan that I told you about last week?
Right.
Not last week. Not last week. Right, not last week. In Hobbs, New Mexico, that listens to the show. Way out there.
Somebody Google Earth
that
said,
right. Nathan was kind of cute, or he's a little funny.
Right, yeah. Sexy is what they said. But
okay, I think that was the one from your mother.
Right.
Just trying to,
if my mom called me sexy, we got to have a whole other show.
Sir, that would be a total of one person that's called you sexy.
Well, like they say in the Bible, it starts with a mustard seed. You know what I'm saying? You got to start somewhere, man. It's the first one. I like to call them the original.
You might want to save your mustard for tomorrow because that's the 4th of July.
4th of July, yeah.
That's about the only mustard you going to have is on your doggone hot dog, baby.
Right.
But we back. This is episode what? I don't even know because we keep getting shut off by people like you and the government.
As I said, when you build something, you kind of keep track of things that happen. So it's the episode.
I don't have to keep track of anything.
7.
That's your job. That's why I hire you.
Right.
Okay? Right. Because this is our show.
You're not high, are you?
I'm high off life.
Oh.
Hey.
Gotcha.
I'm an inebriated kid if I can take you. So, you know what I'm saying? But this is our show that I built.
Sure.
So, we here again. Lots going on.
Absolutely.
Sorry, ladies, but we finna talk about it. Sports.
A little bit.
In sports.
A little bit.
Free agency was crazy.
Free agency was crazy.
Everybody went everywhere. And then the main person we was trying to figure out where he was going to go, he be in the waiting room like the doctor's office. They have everybody just wait for the longest.
But that's that star power, though. People still waiting for him, even with only one leg.
So when you on the throne, you have them all wait for you, huh?
Right, yeah, right.
Even King James had to move and make a move before
that happened. Right. Before they thought it was going to happen. Right.
It was nuts. I mean, the Mavericks cleaned up a little bit. We got Chris Stapps locked down to a deal. We got The young kid Doncic.
Luka.
Yeah.
Got the MVP or rookie
of the year. Indeed, he did. Right. Kevin Durant with one leg was able to hobble to Brooklyn.
Stanky legged his ass
and knock down 4 years on his thing.
Got some fans. We got some friends with him too.
Yeah, brought Kyrie. 2 of the weirdest cats in the NBA, man. Strange guys, man.
Right.
Probably cool with you, huh?
Right. Yeah. Making millions. Yeah. You bought right.
Oh,
you bought right. Facts.
How many in your account?
Enough.
That's
just, I mean, how many million
for the number 6?
When you're at my level,
and Jack in the Box, is it enough for that?
You know. What Jay-Z say? He's like, I'm making money off of the money that I'm making off the money I make. It's just a matter of I'm not even paying.
I like how you're able to quote other guys who got ins, like you quoted me earlier with our show that I built. I mean, hey, that's good, man.
The only thing missing from you, man, is the strings that I put on top of you, the puppet that makes you dance like I want you to dance. That's the only thing.
No strings attached.
No strings attached. No strings attached.
Not with your boy. Not with your boy. But
yes, sir.
Got another addition for you.
Absolutely.
No, you don't know what this is.
I don't.
You don't.
I'm not even looking. What do I don't know? Sir. What am I surprised? Is it Christmas morning?
No, sir.
Christmas in July.
Unboxing with Mr. LA Runs Down.
Right.
Got some heat.
Do we know what we're unboxing?
Got some heat.
Got some heat. There is.
Did I mention I got some heat?
You got some heat. There's what kind of heat do you have?
So normally, I'm Mr. Jumpman. It's on the. That's who I am normally.
But so Jumpman is the Jordan brand.
Yeah.
So you are going away from the Jordan brand.
I have not. I'm not in free agency.
No. So
for sponsorship, technically I am in free agency for sponsorships.
Right.
However, I am grandfathered in a Jordan deal.
Okay.
It's an open contract though.
Only open contract. Gotcha.
So here we are gonna unboxing. Do you know that brand? You know that brand.
Yeah, my daughter likes that brand. I buy her Vans all the time.
But you had the hat on in the
right. I bought her Vans. She likes Vans, and the hat she gave me, I wore.
Oh, that's right. You're not cool enough to get the Vans like her. You get the free gift
I'm
that
cool
came.
Enough.
You get the free gift that came with purchase.
I'm cool enough to buy them. Once again, money.
Okay.
So, do you have a sugar daddy? I mean, because I see you with all of these gifts and presents and toys for all the girls and boys.
Sir, when you are the star of a hit podcast, you have to close the door on the vault sometimes. Sometimes you got to just shut the door because the money will keep rolling in.
It just keeps rolling. Hand over fist.
Hand over fist, over hand, over the next fist.
Right.
So today we have
the honeycomb bottom.
The 25 years.
Like a little cartoon scene.
25 years of the Vans.
25 years.
25 years.
Now, what characters on there? Now, I'm looking at it.
This is the last 25 years in pop culture, baby.
Pop culture.
Vans has got everything. I'm talking about everything is on here. We got the Warped Tour in 2006.
Okay.
In 2000. And these are all of the tours of rock and roll, pop, hip hop, alternative that Vans have been a sponsor of. They have all 25 years on this shoe.
Just that one.
On this shoe, right here.
The other one's blank. All right.
No, it's not, sir.
So it's identical to that one.
Yes, it is.
Okay. What, in strings? And, we haven't even laced them up. These are
have
official unboxing.
Official unboxing. I haven't even seen these yet.
You haven't even. You bought them sight unseen.
Sight unseen. Did he?
That is smart.
And yeah,
that is a smart thing.
Bought them.
Right.
Sight unseen, baby.
Yeah.
Sight unseen.
Wink out. Shout out to you, sugar daddy. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So there we go.
Okay.
Another pair of shoes Nathan will never ever see.
Well, no, I mean, I'm sure my daughter would like that. I mean, it's very
okay. Here's Nathan's review of the shoe. Nathan's review of the shoe.
Of your shoe, right.
Here we go.
It looks like a quilt. A lot of patchwork. So somebody's grandmother stitched it in.
That's where it shows you how cool he is, y'all. So just listen.
My daughter, I think she'd like that. It's high tops. Got the little
his daughter
freeway or something, a little line. I guess that's the swoosh for the Vans.
Yeah. Swoosh. Did you hear him say swoosh for the
swoosh? Yeah, check. Not whatever. Flat bottom. I'm with that. Honeycomb bottom. I'm with that. Is that called gum?
Yeah. Gum bottom.
Gum bottom.
Yeah, there you go.
Gum bottom. Right. Yeah.
All right.
I can't get excited about your shoes, man. I'm sorry.
There's not much in your life to be excited about.
Right.
So that's why this show makes your life, sir.
I'm outside waiting.
Yeah.
6 days out of the week.
Indeed.
For the 7th day,
Yes.
so that I can have some entertainment in my life to come here and sit here.
That's why I was so upset with you for ruining last week's show.
Right. You are right. Well, that's what happens.
But last week we were unable to bring on a guest.
Yes.
Because we didn't have a show. Right. So today we did have a guest.
We do?
We do.
All right.
We do and did.
Do and did. We did. We do.
Yeah.
Every time, but sometimes things don't work out the way we want them to.
Don't work out.
So we kind of have to improvise. So we try to make things seem a little better for our fans and always bring out a product. And even with
Crystal and Joe.
Are you?
I'm sorry.
Are you in the booth? What?
Yeah, I had a little DMX. What these want? So
what these want?
Yeah,
right.
What these want?
Oh, I know. Yeah, I like that song.
Yeah, trying to mention all of the women that what they really
want. There's a part in
want.
that song where he starts naming names.
Yeah, and I was naming out names
Keisha,
like
Shamisha,
Jolie, and Crystal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Names
Right. Of people that don't
live up to what we expect
their word
them to.
Right.
Don't come through with in the clutch. And
right.
They don't
show up.
They don't show up.
I don't know why.
They don't show up, man.
I'm just so confused.
They don't show up because.
Right. But you know what?
But it's crazy because when they don't show up, that's when our show shows out.
That's right. Yeah. The last time we had a cancellation.
The last time we did, we showed out by ourselves.
We showed out, absolutely.
Yeah, us and the ghost.
Which is the G host.
The G host.
Right.
The guest host.
That's not there.
That wasn't there.
Right.
So it was the ghost.
Listen.
The guest ghost.
Listen.
The ghost guest.
Listen, I'm going to stop when you start lying.
Hey, now I'm telling you this one though. While I'm on this truth serum.
Truth serum.
We do got a hot guest in today.
Do we?
Man, and this guest today.
Right.
Is the guest to have. Sir.
This is the guest to have?
This is the guest to have.
Right.
The reason why this is the guest to have is because this guest came in through the clutch, a professional.
Okay.
Understands his business,
we
understands the importance of it.
We like that.
And is ready to rock and roll with us.
Ready to rock and roll.
I'm not even going to let them wait till halfway the show. They coming on in the early part of the show.
Early part.
Making that executive decision like I do. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring on the one, the only, Shavonda with a V.
Hey, baby, that is me, baby. Y'all know what it is. Hey, y'all, it's your girl Shavonda with a V. That is me. Thanks for having me, LA. Hey, baby, he's running things right now.
They didn't want to see it happen.
No.
They didn't have a clue what was going to happen.
They had no idea.
But they were on social media wondering, when are we going to get these two together?
Right.
Sorry, Nathan. They were wondering when they was going to get these two together. And they done finally got us together in the same place
at the same time.
Hey, it's work too, honey.
It's all.
Right. It just got a lot louder in here.
It did, man. It got a lot louder, liver, a lot more lit. The 3 L's, baby. Loud, live, and lit.
Loud, live, and lit.
Yeah. All three which you know nothing about.
Right. Yeah. I just pay the bills.
That's it. Miss Shavonda with a V.
That is me.
Yes, it is. How you doing?
I am so wonderful, man. It is a joy to be here, man. Y'all are in the boondocks.
Yeah.
But baby, it is all worth the drive. I love it.
You made it. So I understand that as a professional that you are, you can work without a net. Are you sure you don't want to have them headphones on?
Because I'm so loud. Do I need them?
Hey, I told you know how to work without a net, baby. So I'm trying to tell you.
Can y'all see me?
You know?
Can you hear me?
Because I ain't trying to be.
The hair looks alive.
The hair is alive.
We don't want to tamper down.
I might need to. Hey, I might need to do this more because we rocking this right now.
No, sir. The size of your head, 2 air got
I do have to keep it on.
They'll get ideas. They'll think we was a couple, baby.
Right,
power couple, baby.
You know what? I said
power
that before.
couple.
Y'all got the
power couple. If it was one,
yeah.
Empire better watch out, baby.
Right.
Cookie and Lucius better find someone high. Okay. They don't want none of this one.
Okay.
Well, if it's like that, I'm gonna sit back, drink my water, and let y'all handle it.
You should every show, every time, every day.
Right. But either way, so Shavonda.
Hey. Nathan.
Right.
You called her. What did you say?
Shavonda. This
Okay.
is what she said her name was, right?
No.
Okay, so
It's
SH.
Excuse me, Nathan. You're interrupting her.
It's with a V. Shavonda with a V.
Yes.
You have to run it all together.
Yeah,
So
that's the whole
it's
name.
an entire.
That's the name.
It's a.
You heard our guest. Her name is Shavonda with a V. You heard her name.
Right. Okay. So
go ahead with the question, please.
Shavonda.
Okay.
Get it right, baby. Hold on.
Go ahead with this question. What you got?
How do you know LA? Just want to throw that out there.
Wow.
We'll throw that out there because y'all seem to have a lot of chemistry, a lot of energy. And I'm throwing it out there just to say
Celebrities running circles.
Okay.
Celebrities running circles. Well, she has a lot of personality.
Yeah.
She has a lot of energy. I just don't know. I just don't see the two. So I'm just wondering.
It clicked.
Exactly.
Let's just say,
you know what?
let's just say he recognized real.
Yeah.
So Shavonda.
Yes.
Excuse me. With a V. You have to just quick side.
Okay, so is that your first?
When we have guests, when you call them by their name, her name is Shavonda with a V. Okay. How hard is that for you to know?
It's not hard. I didn't know her name was.
She been saying it. The girl
She
got a doggone shirt on that says Shavonda with a V.
Is there a period at the end?
Can you not have your billion head
Subject,
stuff
verb,
up tonight?
predicate. There's a subject, a verb, and a predicate all in her name.
It's Shavonda with a V. Do you understand? Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Shavonda
Okay.
with a V.
Okay. All right. So you know what? You're doing better.
I'm trying.
You're getting better.
You know, there are certain things that I'm not used to.
By the end of the show,
like common sense,
like
respect.
Right. I'm trying.
Yes.
I'm asking all about your
Stars.
name, and that's my fault. Stars.
People better than you.
Right.
You know.
So you, on the other hand, I would say that your LA runs Dallas.
There you go.
So that's a sentence. I should be used to it.
Okay.
So she is Shavonda with a V.
There you go.
Oh my God! You know what? It's a movement, and guess what?
You know what? Branch yourself.
It's gonna roll.
That's what I'm saying.
So easily by the end of the
You see how that flows? LA
I know.
runs Dallas. Shavonda with a V.
Hey.
And
Nathan, who built the show that you're sitting on and having a good time with.
it's just simply.
That's long. That's a long
It's just simply
That's a comma in mine.
AKA the disappointment kid.
Yes, sir.
it.
Sir. Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
it.
No, so I changed the question. What's your first impression of LA when you met him? Not so much when you met him or how you met him.
Mm-hmm.
What was your first impression of LA?
First impression: LA wears a lot of hats.
Oh, thank you. I have a story
hat
about that
collection
later.
is awesome.
Continue.
Yeah,
Right.
it is.
LA runs a lot of hats.
Got the fitted
Right.
game on.
He's definitely a whole lot of light. Like
Right.
if you look at, even his his things on his profile and everything, you
Right.
know, we kind of had a lot of the same similarities as far as
He's a
the
character.
industry and everything. Yeah, he's definitely a character. He's definitely
Right.
a character,
Oh,
and
shucks.
Yeah.
Oh,
et cetera,
shucks.
et cetera, et cetera.
Oh,
Et cetera,
shucks.
et cetera, et
Y'all know
cetera.
how humble I am. Oh, shucks.
Right.
I'm
But,
so bashful.
Humble?
I'm so bashful right now.
You mean
He's
bumble?
definitely
So bashful.
He's definitely going places. I could definitely see it.
Well, yeah. That's why I selected him. I chose him. I saw that fire.
No, because last time
decided
when
that-
somebody said I was going places, you said, yeah, straight to jail.
Straight to.
Oh my God!
I didn't appreciate
I'm so
that.
bad.
You appreciate
No, I
well,
didn't
take care of
appreciate
them warrants. I want you to tell
I
you.
got none,
Listen,
okay?
now, right.
I'm 110. I
You
don't
sat
have
him out.
rents. It's
Yeah,
different.
right. You sat him out. That's what happens.
So we had a show,
Okay.
Shavonda with a V, because I know how to say it.
Yes.
We had a show, and we started speaking about a lot of things going on in the culture. And for this show, we wanted to talk about a couple things. First, we wanted to start out and talk about some of the stars like yourself and myself, and not Nathan, that has had some issues.
Nathan.
That has had some issues in the public
There's
eye.
weenies out about you though.
There's
Nathan's
what?
weenies.
Yeah,
weenie?
you're a big weenie.
I am.
That exactly.
Tomorrow,
You
there is
are
going
a
to be a
big-
I
contest.
set you up for that,
Right.
Nathan.
She-
I
no,
just
she
said
knows
it's
it.
not the compliment.
I was doing it later, but she set it up now. There's a contest tomorrow to see who can stuff the most Nathan's weenie in their mouth.
And sir, if everybody can get past the disgust
Right.
of the idea of putting
Right.
Nathan's weenie in their mouth,
Wanya.
I'm sure it would be like a tic tac. You
Right.
just
Sure.
kind of throw them
Right.
out.
Right.
Okay, next
Yeah.
one.
Gotcha.
And the next
Right.
one.
I would
you know.
expect something so crass from somebody like you.
Hey, that's so much shade. It's about to be a thunderstorm.
I mean, it's okay. I expect that. You know, he's in the closet, so it's all good. You know, talking about another man's wanya. But, you know, I mean, yes. So, yes, Nathan's famous hot dogs.
Okay, before we even get started on what we was talking about, 4th of July is coming up.
Tomorrow.
Okay, so we already mentioned the culture. I won't bring up our big list. We got a nice list coming up we're going to talk about. So,
right.
But what I want to understand, I'm going to ask Shavonda about this with a V, of course. Shavonda with a V.
That's me.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
What do you feel our culture feels about the 4th of July? Because that is supposedly the Independence Day of America.
Okay.
Really of America.
America.
With 3 Ks.
Yeah.
So, so
speak on it.
What you feel about that?
Well, you know what? As I've observed in my time, you know I'm young and a dime and I'm fine, but you know I've been around a while. But here's the thing: what I've observed, 4th of July is about flies, firecrackers, and barbecue, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the
it.
culture.
Right.
And watermelons.
The celebration.
That's it.
Red
No
soda
one,
in there? Any red Kool-Aid?
No, I think we normally get canned sodas on that day. That's the day we normally.
Because that's when you know what,
with the
and that's when the kids don't finish
They
all of
don't
them,
say,
and
yeah.
you know the mama gonna text.
And the flies
Boy,
be
that's
all
some
over.
third soda. Where the other 2 at? They sitting on these your cans. You ain't drink all.
That's
of
why
them.
they get them shafts,
Your mama
baby.
got
That's
deep
why they
voice.
get them shafts and
What's the
them
little mama
Dr.
That
Thunders.
wasn't the one I played with.
That was the one.
That was
Okay.
that was
Just
not
saying,
that.
that was a very deep voice
not
for
that.
a female. I don't
Right.
But you know what? They was,
We know that's
I
what
saw
our
something
deep
on
voice.
social media where they was talking about the controversy between Juneteenth and the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're like, okay.
What's the correlation between the two?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, like,
well, you know, I
and
mean,
they're like a couple days apart, if you notice.
Yeah.
right.
So,
Well,
I mean, what do you guys think about
it was
that?
an independence of America, but the people who helped to build America weren't independent or free as of yet. So, I mean, we're talking about 1776 to, what was it, 1893 or whatever. So almost over 100 years
And-
in difference.
And 4th of July was right on time though.
Was it?
The moment that the country was free,
Right.
they was free right away.
Were there fireworks the first?
Sir, they probably once
Did they have-
once they assassinated the last rebel, they probably already had streamers going on.
Right.
But when we let our people go,
Right.
they was like, okay, let me go and write this out.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You can't be here. You
I
can't.
hereby
Right.
declare
You writing a proclamation,
all
proclamation.
slaves.
Right. I guess.
Do we have to do it now?
Right.
We can't do it tomorrow.
Can we tell them later? Can we wait to
Do
tell
we
them
gotta-
later?
We gotta do it right. So okay, so we got okay. You already sent the carrier pigeons out. Fine.
Carrier pigeon.
I'll go ahead and write this.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if it's a carrier pigeon, but I got you, my G. Yeah,
You
yeah.
already sent out the criers
Sent
and
out
the
the crows.
and
Yeah,
the postman that had there was a horseback.
Pony
Are
Express.
y'all sure y'all gotten everything done?
I
So
guess
you know, once I
so.
sign this is it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's it.
You sure? No take
Yeah.
back. Yeah, no take back.
And then
Once
they
they
grab
free-
it like,
Crazy.
yeah, it won't give it away. Yeah, it won't give it away. Right, right.
just wait
right,
till tomorrow to go mail it.
Right. Well, I mean, Shavonda, with a V, said something poignant. She was saying, you know, about how she celebrates or what it's about to her. I mean, I think the people would like to know what it is for you. Like, what are you doing tomorrow to celebrate your independence from British rule?
Well, you know, I was born free. So,
okay.
know, unfortunately, I didn't have the burden to bear.
Okay.
Like my ancestors,
Right.
You know, older brethren, if you
Brethren,
will.
right.
You know, I didn't have to go through all that.
Is that
so-
brethren with a V?
Yes, with the
With
V.
a V. With a V.
Yeah, with a V.
Yeah.
Right, right.
So, you know, 4th of July will be spent appreciating the part of America that we are a part of, that they consider us to be a part of. You
Okay,
know, I will not say that all parts of America is created equal for all of us,
Right.
but
3/5.
there are a part of it that do appreciate us, and so I will be celebrating with those.
You need to appreciate yourself
Oh yeah,
in that manner. Right.
So are you gonna?
In what manner?
Appreciating yourself and who you are is all I'm saying.
What kind
You're
of
talking
manner
waiting for somebody else to appreciate other people and somebody
Are
to
you
appreciate
still
you.
thinking about Nathan's hot? Is talking about appreciating yourself?
Well, I mean, that's just branding. LA runs Dallas to Shavonda with the V, beautiful name.
That's
just
me.
Nathan is just enough. You can just sell a whole bunch of hot dogs just Nathan. That's it. That's enough.
You
right
might
there.
need to go appreciate
Which one of you
yourself.
guys are getting on the grill tomorrow?
Well, I am on the grill all the time. And
of course, as an acclaimed
as an award-winning chef.
Award-winning chef.
Award-winning
The top of the sixth grade. The top of the sixth grade class, baby. Hey, he ain't made a grilled cheese sandwich. Third graders ain't like shit. I'm trying to tell you.
Right, yeah. But if I hit you with that Gruyere cheese sauce in that grilled cheese sandwich and throw some lobster in there, and dip it in some lobster biscuit, you be talking crazy.
But you better watch that Food Network.
Right.
You know what? Y'all gonna have a cook-off up here.
No, that's not even a challenge.
Y'all gonna have a cook-off.
We don't want that problem.
Man.
Listen, I don't think they have enough of them. What do you call them? Oodles or noodles for him to be able to make anything sufficient or substantial to handle. You don't want that. What do they say? You don't want that.
Come on,
sir.
You don't want that.
The only ramen I know is the dude that I get my fresh herbs from.
Right,
Okay,
right,
you feel
right,
me?
right.
That's the only ramen I know.
That's the ramen you know?
That's the only. His name is Ramen. I've been going to him for years.
Well, I thought like the ramen you would know is like you're a rapper. Ramen,
sir.
Is that? I'm trying to.
No.
Zero swag as usual. So let's check the swag meter this week for
Right.
me.
Judges. Right.
Is that the swag?
That's the
meter?
swag meter.
Yeah.
We have to gauge if
love
he's
it.
growing in swag, and he is
Okay.
Right.
not
All
yet.
right.
He's not
Yeah.
yet.
Well, it's all based off of bias or him being biased about me and
Mr.
jealous.
Swagtastic, of course.
Swagtastic.
Come on now.
You just make up words like that,
Sir.
just on the fly.
Sir,
That's brilliant.
It's
Thank you.
actually
Thank
Right,
you
I
so
mean
much.
something like that is that's a talent. I applaud you, sir. Swag gorilla fit. No,
gracious.
okay.
No.
Well, God bless you.
Nah. All right. And speaking of talent,
Thank
since you did speak of me and Shavonda with a V,
Right,
and
Shavonda
not,
with a V, yeah.
and not he.
Me.
Yeah,
Not him. Yeah.
So we will get into our topic for today,
Which is
and our topic today is going to talk about what we consider, and Nathan, we talked about this. We can't really say the true turnaround because some of these guys kept turning around.
Well,
some of these guys turned around and didn't stop. They got the 180
Right.
and said, "I'm just gonna go full
360. Right. Just go back. Just reverting back. Just poor behavior. Toxic behavior.
So
Right.
we'll start with some of our top guys who had turnarounds.
Right.
And then maybe we'll discuss after that, did they hold those turnarounds?
Right.
So
Our list
our list.
of best comebacks.
Yes.
In, let's say, I think before we said hip hop, but we're just going to branch
Entertainment.
out, say pop culture.
Yeah, that works. That works. That works.
Tops on the list, not in order,
No.
but just the first one, Robert Kelly.
Robert, Aura, half on a baby. I think that she's ready.
All of the baby, apparently. He's keeping all of the baby.
Mr. 12 play himself, Kelly.
We're going to call him the collector.
Kales.
Yeah, the
if
collector.
you will.
He likes to keep them.
Mr. Hostage himself.
Mr. Hostage, yeah, ransom guy.
So, from my understanding about Mr. Robert Kells,
The collector.
Shavonda with a V, please correct me if I slip up and say anything wrong about Mr. Kells himself.
Okay.
This man had an adorned career to where he started out with a group, I believe, by the name of Public Announcement.
Yes.
And the debut hit that prompted him into that shining light to show that he was the guy out of all guys was, I believe, Honey Love, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, he did want some of that.
It was-
he was
yeah,
asking
okay.
for some of that.
And then it was followed by I can't think of the name of it, but start out, hey, Mr.
Slow dance.
DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he had them 2 hits.
Right, stick to rapping.
Yeah, no, I got all that.
Did you say 2 hits? Because
Right.
he's
No, I'm talking about with
he's the
public
hitman.
Public Announcement though.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, public, because I got this CD. I went back and revisited it.
Okay.
And them two was it.
Okay, that was it on there? Okay.
That was all.
You still have a place to play a CD?
Yeah, sir, I do.
Okay,
As a true hip hop pioneer, you will have all those things.
Right, okay.
You would know nothing about that.
8-track, 245,
So,
78. Okay.
he started there, made his own name, came out with several albums, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just...
hit
after hit.
Not even that, making hits for other people.
Indeed.
He
I mean,
is
you
a
know,
hit
bumping, grinding out wasn't he one of the first R&B artists to bring out the double disc CD titled Aura?
Right, on Aura.
Aura. Because that's how he pronounced
There's
it.
a
It was
period
Aura.
at the end of that, too.
Indeed.
Right.
So it was
That's
Aura.
it.
That was it.
That's the end of it.
That was it. I'm talking about this man was on fire. And I mean, hanging out with the greatest of greats. Missy Elliott, Timbaland, Aaliyah, Jay-Z. I'm talking about he had them all. Usher. And everybody was hanging. Aura was the man.
Yeah.
Even dated Aaliyah. It was a little underage. But I mean, you know.
Not a little.
Yeah, I mean.
Not a little.
But we all, and
All.
I will... My hand,
right
at my age, when I saw Aaliyah was out.
But were you of age?
I wanted some Aaliyah.
Right, you want some Leah? You
wanted
to lay with Leah?
Now, at that age, I probably didn't know much what to do with Aaliyah.
Right.
But I still wanted some Aaliyah, though.
Right.
You know?
Yeah,
so he had that. And so he decides to have his way with certain young ladies in a fashion of...
Oh, you mean when his face vanished? Right, yeah. We saw the tape.
Yeah.
We saw the tape. Yeah.
He wanted to utilize his ability to turn water into Mountain Dew.
Right.
And
yes.
Somehow thought that was wise to have somebody film this as, you know, this would be an act that, hey, have you ever seen me make Mountain Dew come out while I'm with the lady?
So he's a magician.
Yes.
Robert Kelly's a magician. Prestidigitation.
Indeed.
Right. Okay.
And then it all came crashing down.
Well, you know, when you're famous like that, I would assume you don't have a lot of time to, go to the bathroom or, find somebody.
You're so busy on the road.
You know what I'm saying? Check ID. You ain't got time for all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're out there in the world. You're doing all your things. You singing your songs. You got all your collaborations. You just, some things slip your mind.
Shavonda with a V. So, as much as you are involved in major radio station, you can call them out real quick so everybody can know what radio station you got some affiliation with.
So I've worked. I've worked with several people. Well, Hollywood is watching right now. Hollywood Hernandez. I worked with K104, 105.7.
All right. She dropped him.
You saw
She dropped him.
That's so crazy.
So from all of that you've done, you went to the bathroom, didn't you?
Yes, I have. And you know what? What's so crazy is because I have my different feelings about. We're talking about R. Kelly right now, and I have my different feelings about that because I do know that a lot of those young ladies. For one thing, I've been a young lady before. I'm not attesting that whatever if he did something wrong, that it was right or anything like that. But I do know that as a young woman myself, when I was a teenager, I used to like older guys. And I do know that even with him dealing with the younger women or claiming to be younger women, I do know that they came to the area. You know how women come to the doors of these celebrities or come to their rooms and stuff like that? They're looking for...
Yes.
Oh, how the hell would you know?
Continue.
They're looking to me.
Out of all people that would not ever know, it's you. You're right. I'm sorry.
Let the guests
I'm just saying they go there looking for a good time and looking for anything that kind of comes with a good time. Now, I'm not. It's not right for anybody to force anybody to do anything.
Right.
But I do know that these young ladies went with the intent to do, because you can't come in here unless you're ready for whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of the times, you know, even me when I was young, I used to look grown. You know what I'm saying? Big titties, big, you know.
Did you say used to? Because that shirt kind of tight as we talking. What you talking about? You used to?
I'm just saying. You know, I was looking very mature, and
shirt.
normally. ID is not something that now I'm sure they probably are doing it now if they not.
Because you know he was never asking for it. He had to start putting it in his songs to make sure they knew he was.
No, they look for ass and titties.
Because they listen to his music. Let me see ID before I get knee deep. See feds? I'm saying feds. I'm saying it.
Right. Yeah. Please. Yeah. Everybody record that.
Right. Record. I'm asking for
Put that on repeat.
Right. Before I get in deep.
Put that on repeat.
Right.
So you feel that in R. Kelly's case, that he is actually, he's actually in some part a victim because of what was all thrown at him.
Let me tell you something, you guys. I'm not right all the time, but I'm right a lot. And again,
I a page of my novel.
I know everyone have their analogies and everything.
She on the right show.
I thought Sex Frog's very good. I'm very intellectual. I really truly believe that a lot of this was set up. I really truly believe that a lot of these girls did a lot of these things willingly and wantingly. And it was.
Could I ask, if we took away his celebrity, would it be okay? Let's say that I'm a school teacher, and my student is a grown 15, but she has, titties and ass, and she's approaching me. Does that make it okay if she? It's okay, not my student, but a young girl. Because if she's a student, I know that she's 15. But I don't know she's 15. Does that make it okay if she came to me in an aggressive way, found me attractive? It's not okay. So the celebrity.
That's in a school environment. We're talking about at a concert.
At a concert.
We're talking about at a concert after the concert.
Right.
And I'm sure they're not coming to the door with bow reds in their head.
No.
And headbands on.
I'm
sure they're not coming to the door with none of that stuff that indicates that they are a child.
Right.
And after the original was
probably under 18 years old.
Fiesta.
Look at this big old kid.
Could it be postulated though that is what he's attracted to, with his history, that he's attracted to a younger looking and appearing?
Hell, there's a lot of men out here that like younger women. When they get old, they go younger. You know what I'm saying? In women, we age gracefully, especially black women. You know what I'm saying?
But we were speaking
before. We look young for a long time. A lot of us, if we carry it well. I know
we were speaking before about Aaliyah. So you're saying he didn't know how old Aaliyah?
No, he knew how old Aaliyah was. But we're talking. And again, her behavior was intentionally, even though it does not make his behavior, his reaction to it right. You know what I'm saying? But if her parents would have signed it over, it would have been right. But of course, they did the opposite. What I'm saying
Aaliyah's parents want her to be
we're talking about
by any means.
We're talking about after a concert. We're talking about at someone's personal hotel room. We're talking about girls that are making their way to their hotel rooms with the intention
absolutely.
Fans making, because you can't even come up in her if you ain't about whatever. And let me tell you something, these people have the money. These girls want to give them the coochie. They don't have to take it to me. Now they don't have to take it, and I think the pills that are on the table are there for them to take willingly. They don't have to drop it in their drink because they're there for it.
They're gonna change your life.
They're there for it.
Right. So, but by that,
they didn't come to
by
take
that
no
knowledge,
picture.
by that reasoning, you would say that because she wanted to, that made it okay for him to do.
No, I'm not saying because she wanted to. What I'm saying is
everybody has to assume some accountability.
From my thinking of it, from where I see girls coming to the door. I don't think, again, they were stopping to ID people to ask, hey, are you under 18? Are you 18 or over?
And if they did, they may have a fake ID. They may have a fake ID.
They're not, and groupings normally come in groups.
Right.
And they do group things.
Right. even back then, I would say, and I understand what you're saying. Like,
I'm not okay.
He's not the only one that's culpable.
I'm not okay.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there could be, you could postulate and say that there's a possibility that Robert Kelly may have, unbeknownst to him, had sex with somebody underage.
Yes.
But
him, and guess what? Robert Kelly and a lot of other men.
Right.
Okay, so
I will give you that.
So let's use this. Let's also take
broke
this.
men though, the ones who ain't being told on because they ain't got the stats.
Still,
you know what I'm saying?
Women are still attracted to him though. The women will still throw themselves at him.
Right. Let's also take this same thing and let's segue into something else on the same level.
Okay.
Michael Jackson. Because Michael Jackson was the man before it was the man phrase.
Yeah.
I mean, was the guy.
Still the man.
Yeah. And so therefore, he came out with all these hits. Mm-hmm. You know, he was with his brothers at first. He shaked them on off. Did his own thing. You know. Yeah. Joe constantly giving him 2 pieces of pepper, but he's still going out. All of that other stuff. So he got accused when he made the Neverland Ranch and hanging out with the boys and all that. So he got accused of, we all know, the age-old adage about MJ is that he likes some little boys.
Yes.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So for a long time, that affected MJ. He went off the grid for a minute.
Right.
Did some more constructive surgery to himself. You know, as if he did enough.
Yeah.
Did all that because he was getting tormented by society that he was a pedophile.
Right, and the narrative actually changed because later on, those kids that accused him retracted their story.
Indeed.
And said that their parents put them up to it because of money or they wanted a settlement. Right.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
And then not even so much that, so much so that MJ's marketing team, his label, had to redo his image and use the services of one of his best friends, Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, to put him in black.
Put him in black and white, and had to use the race card to make a hot song in order to say, you know what? I love everybody, regardless of what y'all say about me, and it don't matter what color you is.
You know what?
Good.
So the Michael Jackson. Listen, let me tell y'all something about Mike.
Everybody's got a Michael opinion.
You hear me?
Everybody's got a passionate Michael opinion. Yes.
And here's the thing. Y'all, Michael didn't do that. He loved kids. I think Michael, for one thing, Michael never had a childhood. You see what I'm saying? Michael never had a childhood.
No.
And trust me,
not a normal one.
Well, he didn't even have a childhood because his daddy took it away from him so he can create a life for himself and the rest of the family. But so what I'm saying is, I think Michael had a natural passion for children.
For youth, yes.
People think because of how Michael is and the way that he lived his life, because he never had, you know what I'm saying, the normal life like everyone thinks, that he could possibly be doing something with these children. And I don't think Michael had a heart to do anything like that. I think he just never had a childhood and just got to just start living like me. I ain't had no childhood, right?
I mean, and that's a common discussion. That's a common discussion. And what I would piggyback on that and say is, pedophilia or the age of consent is only a certain number here in the United States. Over in the other countries, you could marry or have sex with, or whatever. There are women who are betrothed to guys at 12 and 13. Correct. Now, I wish I had some more research to say what countries those are, but the stigma that Michael Jackson was faced with was mostly here in the Western civilization. So maybe overseas, traveling and stuff like that, he may have dabbled in some things that might have been a little more okay elsewhere than it is here.
You say dabble.
I'm not saying that I agree with that. I'm just saying that I could understand how somebody who is in a bubble could have their own moral agenda, have their own moral standards.
Let me tell y'all something.
Please, we have been waiting to hear from you.
Let me tell y'all something.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I ain't taking nothing away from Michael Jackson.
Right.
Ain't taking nothing away from even the biggest celebrities, even the of millionaires, all have their own stories, their own set of setbacks, their own skeletons.
I would agree.
So I'm not taking nothing away from Michael Jackson having to endure a lot.
Okay.
But y'all not gonna sit up here as a people, as much as we know how to take care of our own,
Right.
as much as we've seen situations come up where we know that we done messed up, and then you got the wise elder like, get over here, get out, just get out the way, get over, y'all go clean this up, you get out of here, go over there. As much as we know that that's how we do for ourselves, y'all not gonna sit up here and tell me that y'all gonna say Michael Jackson ain't never.
I didn't say that.
Ain't never just said, come here, Billy.
Billy. Macaulay.
No.
I just want to see something.
Right. Is this your Michael Jackson impression?
Because it doesn't matter if you're black or white.
Right.
Because down there, they're kind of the same color.
Right.
I don't know about that one.
So.
Right.
Okay, come on.
Well, no.
Okay, come on.
So, hold on, y'all.
We're gonna be real.
I'm gonna start some right now.
Well,
Let's be
start
real.
fast.
Because
You took the scenic route on that.
I'm just
one.
telling
You took the scenic route.
MJ, now he probably was not like they said where he just had them coming in droves like that.
Right.
But
Well, you can start it. You can start it. And I would only say that, does it stop you from listening to Michael Jackson?
Hold on. Before we say that, y'all, I do have a viewer that she answered your question. She said, India, I think it's Bangladesh, Ethiopia, to name a few of the states where it's tolerated.
Correct, right. It's already is. So, it's
so
just
thank
here.
you for sharing that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Absolutely. See, look at that. That's what happens, man. When you speak in the truth, people back you up.
Wow.
Researchers, fans. They don't spit that garbage you spitting. Thank you.
No, I'm not speaking on guard. They only responded about what you said, which I didn't disagree with you on.
I didn't, and I'm not disagreeing with you.
You're wrong how you said it. You're wrong how you said it.
No.
She was right, and so was I.
So it's
but you weren't right when you said it.
So it's not no. Yes, I'm right.
No.
And you're wrong. But yes, I'm wrong and you're right.
Right, I'm right because you're wrong. Because you're wrong, I'm right.
Because I'm right, you're wrong. Okay, I got
yes,
you.
yeah.
I'm with you.
Figure it out.
Right. So my only question.
Michael Jackson.
My only question.
Okay.
Is does it stop you from enjoying Michael's music?
How many of us have all been in certain situations where we knew that if our friends or our families or somebody we cared about that would judge us, if they saw us do this or try this or whatever this, would not be having it. And how many of us know that it's society that makes us judge somebody for doing something? So we have to look at them with a judgmental eye because it's the societal thing to do.
Right.
But we've also been in that same situation where we've done that. Now, Nathan, you can attest because, as a young man without many friends, and when you did have friends that were mostly boys, I'm pretty sure you and your fellas probably stood in line with caterpillars and try to measure each other. I'm pretty sure that's what y'all done. And that's no different than what probably Michael Jackson has experienced.
I'm lost.
So
I know
with
there was
that,
a gay joke somewhere in there.
Yeah, so with
but
that,
I'm trying to figure out where it is.
I'm saying it's okay.
So it's
that
not bestiality.
you're not going to judge Michael Jackson harshly because you knew that you was with your buddies trying to measure up with caterpillars at some point. And it's okay.
That's
so
a
I'm
penis
saying
joke.
we don't have to.
It's a penis joke.
We don't have to judge this man for him trying and probably have experienced something and then said it ain't for me.
Right. Okay. So
I don't. Said it ain't for me.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I mean, he has children, so we know at some point.
How did he have those children?
I wasn't there. I don't know what lab or what.
Apparently, neither of us were both the parents at the same time.
He was married. He was married at one point to Elvis Presley's daughter. So he's had heterosexual sex. I would put that out there and say that with 97% certainty.
Okay.
I don't think he was involved in it though.
With the children?
I don't think he was involved with how those children got here.
Were made.
I do
Maybe.
believe that that they are his and they got here a certain way.
His DNA.
So I think they do share that, but he definitely did not play a part.
First of all, you don't do pelvic thrusts like that and not be able to do that when it counts.
He wouldn't even be able to get up for that show. The alarm clock didn't go off for that one, baby.
Right.
He don't eat pork or
Michael.
Yeah, he sure don't eat no pork. Especially when it comes from downstairs.
Right.
So
I
don't think so.
Okay. Well, you know what? I mean, your opinion is.
Okay.
I mean, I've heard people said that before.
So let's switch it. Let's switch it just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We got some great topics. So we're gonna switch it over to relationships, and I'm gonna bring up two names. So we'll discuss them both.
Mm-hmm.
We'll touch. Well, no, I'll bring up three because it's actually all three of them have something to do with it.
Okay.
We'll bring up Kevin Hart.
Okay.
Okay. We'll bring up Jay-Z.
All right.
Young Hope to God.
And then the most interesting of all, we'll bring up Chris Brown.
Breezy.
All right.
So Jay-Z cheated on B.
Allegedly.
Kevin Hart. What's her name? Cheated on his wife.
Allegedly.
Nikki Yoko.
No, that was more. Yeah, never mind.
And then Chris
It
Brown.
wasn't just allegedly with him.
Well, yeah, he admitted to that.
Yeah.
And then Chris Brown is the front seat MMA champion of Eastern Illinois.
Cheated on his left and right fist with Rihanna's face because he didn't know which one he wanted to wear.
Right. So before we go into that, I would like to say, because I have a daughter, Chris Brown would be dead. Just saying.
Just straight up.
There's no
comeback.
You wouldn't have. I don't know what songs came out after that happened, but you wouldn't have
crying at BET Awards.
The picture that I saw of Rihanna's face. If my daughter comes to me and says, "Dad," or if I see her face, what happened is she says, "Chris Brown."
Chris whoever.
Chris whoever came.
Chris Brown to me,
and he Chris Brown.
Right.
I'm getting.
All of
it.
I'm
not even gonna name it. All of it. Whatever I do.
You don't even don't let them know what you got.
Because I don't want to see me coming.
Yeah.
Right. As a father, there's no way.
So Liam Neeson ain't got shit on you.
Well, I ain't gonna look for him. I ain't gonna have to go find him nowhere. I know where he's at. I'm gonna find where he's at. He know I'm looking for him.
Right.
I can't. I don't know. I just can't. I keep seeing a picture in my head of her, that close up of her face, lumped up.
So there's no way you would be able to let this man slide.
I don't care what gang you with. They all got to take it. They all get it. Listen.
And you know how
if
you do like the old folks do.
Right.
If you do like the old folks do. So if you went to church, son, and we talked to the pastor about it,
right?
You couldn't see if God could help you forget it.
Nah. I would ask for forgiveness afterwards in my cell.
But you killing them though.
In my cell, ask for forgiveness.
You don't get
with Chris Brown's hair still in my grass.
He's not gonna give it to you with that name.
Right.
Because it was premeditated, and you already playing out your apology.
All my sins are forgiven.
Not the way you are trying to pre-repent. You are scheduling. You are scheduling repentance.
I am not being loose with the Lord. No, sir. I am saying to you, I fully accept the consequences of my actions if my daughter has that situation. What's
that movie called? Minority Report. You used to get arrested for the crimes.
The precogs. Yeah, the precogs. Yeah. Before the crime happened.
Right.
Well, I mean, if it's that case, I'll get a lawyer and say, "This is what I'm about to do. You're now my co-defendant because I just told you.
Right.
And I'm gonna go and find Chris Brown wherever he's hiding. So just come on with me. We're gonna handle this business, and we're gonna go on to the Who Scout.
So Chris Brown, by far, before even mentioning the other guy.
By
far, he's number one of the best comeback.
Right.
Because he was able to whoop.
I don't know where in Barbados her parents are and why they haven't shown up yet. Maybe the flight was canceled, or they having delays.
And all the women saw this.
Right.
All the women that's mad at your Bill Cosby's and
Kevin Hart
and pissed off at Jay-Z.
Right.
Talking about Solange should have gave him a 2-piece. Right. Which again, if you was a boxing analyst, you would have saw that she missed every last one of those.
She was
little punches that
he hit it with the black eye.
Right.
He said black eye.
And everybody was talking about she beat up Jay-Z. No, she didn't. But so you're saying that by far, Chris Brown has the best comeback from a fall from grace anybody else on the planet.
I don't see anybody else that can say that.
And the same women who couldn't stand Chris for doing it
were running it and running it.
To this day, talking about, that little crack.
I like that backflip. You know what came out after Stomp the Yard? He was in Stomp the Yard. Everybody went to see Stomp the Yard. He died in the first 7 minutes. I was so happy about that shit.
And then, hold on. Then he brought out Deuces. As if he had to break up with you.
Right.
Because you was about to be it.
But wait. We're being male, chauvinistic. We're not allowing our guests to speak. I apologize.
What do you feel? And it's really important as a woman that we do get your take on this.
Right. As a woman.
You got the Jay-Z and then Beyonce with the Lemonade thing, which I have a conspiracy theory about that, which is for another show. Right. And then we have, Kevin Hart. Mm-hmm. But he kind of old. Yeah, he kind of owned up to his real quick, got out the way and all that.
And that happens. I don't know why it's such a surprise, but when people are not happy, you know that tends to happen. So that's a natural thing that would have happened whether he's in the limelight or not. You know what I'm saying? But he's moved on. Chris, man, I was really disappointed and shocked when Chris did that. For one thing, Rihanna's a Pisces. Shout out to all the Pisces in the building. Hey, baby, yes, we are the bomb. I'm telling y'all, for real, don't get you one. Most loyal thing on earth. Okay, but seriously though,
real quick, sorry. You're saying Pisces are loyal.
Very.
So, could you stay with Chris Brown after he put them hands on you?
Depends on how good he ate the coochie.
Oh!
Don't do that again.
So much sponsorship. This week
just for the laugh, you guys. Okay,
every time I try to get a sponsor, it's either Nathan or the guest that ruins it. I'm sorry, Coca-Cola.
So we're gonna paint the picture.
Next week.
She got ice on her face.
No, I'm only that was
a face in that place. All right, let's get it.
That was comedy. But seriously though, I was really disappointed. The reason why I was more disappointed because Chris Brown, I was talking about his mama, his grandmama.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I saw him come up. You see what I'm saying? As a young artist. And I've always liked his music. It's always moved me and grooved me ever since he was a teenager. And so when I saw him transition, and normally what makes a lot of people transition, not only do genetics kick in, but also the drugs that they're taking and the lifestyle that they begin to live, and it changed just like it did Justin Bieber. Remember how the Bieber transformed?
You're right. Just showing off his weenie.
Like, what? Right. But
the money, I would say, shows people who you really are.
It does. But when Rihanna, and this the Pisces in her. Let me show you Pisces in her, right? She stopped messing with him, but she continued to support him.
Right.
Because that was her dog. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I ain't finna allow you to do this to me, but I don't love you any less. But I ain't gonna stick around for another match. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I still got your back because, people go through things. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
It's not good for you or for me to even stay in.
Now, hold on. Because Shavonda with a V is full of that B. S.
Why you say that?
Because she gonna sit up here and say, oh, well, you still my dog, but I ain't sticking around for another match. Them two idiots was at a basketball game. Not even 6 months later, sharing googly eyes with each other.
Right.
And then went later on and probably
because what happened was okay, so guess what?
What?
So I don't even know if y'all even know this. We're gonna have to find out. When they got into it, who called the police? I don't even think she did. And guess what? Listen. I don't think she did. And guess what? Had nobody called the laws.
They would have went home.
Baby, they would have still been kicking it.
Right.
You heard me?
So does her forgiveness of him and Beyonce's forgiveness of Jay-Z, is that the reason why their careers are still strong? Is that why the female community has embraced Chris Brown and embraced a Jay-Z? Because
she
didn't
drag him to the ground because they had a vibe. They had a friendship. Now again, when men get on drugs and stuff like that, you know, stuff do take over people. They emotions, alcohol, when all that stuff get involved,
Cocaine's a
people
hell of a
get the doing crazy stuff. Not saying that he still got to take responsibility for his actions.
Sure.
But I do believe that their relationship and their vibe was deeper than that situation that happened.
Okay.
That's why she still came to court
So
for him.
Right.
So
he went to court for that, I believe.
Yeah.
But as he just said, but Nathan, you said that the females, the general population of females, end up forgiving Chris Brown and Jay-Z more easily because the victim in that relationship forgave them.
Right.
But that's not what we see on social media. If you just take a scroll down social media, women is putting memes up every 5th of the second. 5/10 of a second, they putting up a meme about, we've had this discussion on our show many times where women is cool with the bashing memes of men all the time.
Right.
So
that's they man.
So why is it okay for women to be, we ain't even got time because it's almost top of the hour, but we ain't got time to talk about how the contradiction of women are. We can forgive somebody for doing the most heinous thing, but then still feel like we should have a right to talk trash about you after we've forgiven you.
Right.
What?
Right.
Jay-Z cheated.
Changing the narrative.
Jay-Z cheated. We never really saw who he cheated. We just knew that there was an allegation of him cheating. And
I think he helped Beyonce sell some damn albums when her career was on the cusp of if you gonna get bigger or are you gonna fade away. And Jay-Z made that woman into the biggest star.
Is that the conspiracy theory you're saying?
It is, and we'll get into it.
But what this got to do with the cheating part?
It got a lot to do with you because
he's trying to say it's a marketing ploy to sell records. Like they came together and
because
conspired.
Lemonade
came out, and then 444 came out.
I can't see him creeping on me.
Woman.
And again, we never saw the chick.
And look,
And
what woman
they
you
always
know?
find people.
As mad as a woman is, as much as she'll call you out in front of public and say you cheating bastard and all that, what woman you know gonna take time out to go through those emotional things to record a crisp album and then go into a video shoot to keep recording? Ain't no woman gonna do all that.
We never saw the person that he was cheating with. And if you notice, Solange licks never landed in the elevator because they wasn't
told y'all was
supposed
right.
to.
And Shavonda with a V has proved it again.
Baby. Because the licks weren't supposed to land.
That's
so the first thing last thing I said, we gotta go. Last thing I say is that in response to how could he cheat on B, you showed me an attractive girl, and I'll show you a guy that's sick of her shit.
Right. Thank you, sir. Good job. Shavonda with a V, can you go ahead and close us out? And this time, I'm actually going to let a guest host do it because it's my dog, Shavonda with a V. Close us out, baby. No, all right now.
Hey, it's your girl Shavonda with a V, and guess what? I am hanging with LA Runs Dallas and Nathan, and guess what? No, but I'm right.
Hey, we're right. We'll see y'all next week. Nathan still sucks. We holla at y'all.
Hey. Good night, Haven.